when in fact there was a downturn going on, that would be something you might give more visibility than normal, even though it may not lend itself to a really specific, tangible accomplishment. If you were noted for cutting expenses without layoffs, that might be of interest. If your firm was leading a new technology implementation and you were just on the team that did it, that might be in your note, even if you can't claim credit for all of the results. If you finished an executive MBA, if you got promoted, if you gained more directs, even if the other manager was lost due to a layoff or something, these are the kind of things you might consider including relative to your accomplishments.
How about a couple examples?
Right from notes people have sent me. In the past 2 quarters, my group reduced expenses 33% without layoffs. I finished my MBA, parentheses, thankfully, exclamation point, close paren. And I led a team to finalize our division's move to Philadelphia due to the merger. This is a drug company, big pharma company. Or another one, I just received approval to attend the Center for Creative Leadership's Executive Development Program in Q3. And our product rollout is 7% ahead of plan despite the downturn. I like that one. It's something about development and also something about results.
You know, do you think that for some folks might shy away from that because it sounds a little bit like bragging, right? And I think folks are uncomfortable with that a little bit.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. We respect the fact that people are uncomfortable. You know, there is a saying in Texas, it ain't bragging if you done it.
Right, yeah.
But we also know that some people aren't comfortable selling themselves. And I don't know, we can't get inside people's minds and flip that switch on or off, right? So you can get over your reticence. What I can say is it would be a shame if your reticence to do something that is accepted as normal and reasonable and is not considered salesy or marketing-y at all in the corporate world, it would be a shame if your reticence, built on the wrong supposition, if you will, cost you an opportunity where you could share your skills more with an organization that would benefit from it, and you would benefit more as well. This is part of the currency, if you will, the economic give and take that exists in the talent market. Recruiters learning about you, unfortunately, from you. Right? It's one thing to go to Oxford or Harvard, and then we learn something about you not from you. We learn about you from the quality of the school that you went to, for instance. But in this case, in your career, as you're moving forward in your career, if you don't communicate relative to other folks who do, professionally, respectfully, not beating their chests, if you don't do that, you're devaluing yourself. We would just ask, please don't do that. There are people or organizations who need your skills. Someone needs your skills beyond your present employer. And unfortunately, if you don't share because of your reticence, they may not benefit and you may not benefit. So let's try to get over that. We're not going to beat anybody up about it. We're just going to say we wish you wouldn't.
Yeah. Sometimes to be successful, we have to do the things that we are uncomfortable with.
Yeah. You don't get paid to do the stuff you like. You get paid to do the stuff that works.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, third paragraph, you said earlier that give them some examples, some near-term work goals, kind of what you're working on type stuff.
This is the cool part of this cast, in my opinion. This is the one that people miss. It's an area where many folks just leave it out. They don't think it has value. But look, our accomplishments are great. They're necessary. We've got to have them, right? But there are always companies looking for unique skills, and needs change fast enough in the same way that you'll be working on different things in the next quarter, probably, than you are now. If the recruiters don't know that you are or will be working on something of interest to a hiring manager, and so in other words, your company has already decided you have skills in that area, which would be of interest to another company that's potentially similar to yours. If the recruiters don't know that, how can they consider you for an opportunity that you haven't worked on yet, but you are? You know, I've had it said to me about someone that I was suggesting. A recruiter said, gosh, Mark, I wish he didn't know he was working on that when he was. He just told me about an accomplishment, but the opening I had was 60 days ago and it's already filled. That's why we talk about things we will be working on. That's exciting. Recruiters like seeing that. It says this person knows that what is current is, of all other things being equal, is currency adds value.
And the great part of this is that because you're going to be working on it, you will be working on it. It's not quite something that's going to show up on your resume. Yet, to some extent, you're getting credit for it before you even do it.
Yep. Yeah, and sometimes, if it's a 3-year project, Why wait 3 years to get credit for it? You're working on it now. Yeah, because the resume is always backward looking, but companies are always forward looking in terms of their needs, right? So third paragraph, we recommend noting 1 to 2 areas of interest or areas related to work or related to future accomplishments, potential accomplishments that are in your near term, which is really about 1 to 6 months into the future. And if you like, I've got a couple of examples.
I'd love some.
Okay. Here's one. I've just been tagged to work on the division realignment, and I'll be working with my peers on a 20% budget cut process that will be done in March, period.
Oh, I like that one because folks are interested in folks who can manage budgets right now, particularly given the challenges they're having. Plus the fact that you gave a date gives something for the recruiter to hang on to. Maybe I'll check back with them in March and see how that went.
And you can remind them, hey, I said we were going to be done in March, and we in fact got 21.1% or whatever. Yeah. Here's another example. I'll be rolling out new quality standards in Q2, which will cut costs by 9% annually. And despite our 11% growth, I have been given the go-ahead to reduce headcount due to productivity gains. I'll keep you posted. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that too.
I really like productivity gains personally.
Yeah, better than cost savings in a lot of cases. At least enlightened managers think so.
Yeah. And then lastly, fourth paragraph, right? All we do is sign off and we wish the recruiter well. You start with the recruiter, you end with the recruiter, and that's it, that's the bread, if you will, in between the two pieces of meat in the middle 2 paragraphs, which are about what you've done and what you're planning on doing. And so just like any note, you sign off wishing them well. And here are 2 examples, probably overkill, but some people ask us for examples, and so we give them. I hope your year stays busy and productive. Best to you. And then you sign your name. Or I know you must be swamped. Hope you have a great Q2. And then you sign off.
What do you think about a signature block? Should you a signature block, name, position, title?
I'm surprised by that. I think a lot of people forget that internal emails, like if you look and 80% of your emails go to people internal in your company, and you put all this information about your desk number or your Skype number, or this or that.
Right. A cute little quote at the bottom.
That. I'm sorry?
A cute little quote at the bottom always seems to get attention. No, okay.
No. Most professionals, most executives don't like signature blocks beyond your company and your phone number. Now, this is not the technical people saying it takes up processing cycles to use all that, to put in that color and all that sort of stuff. Well, okay, fine. Other than your phone number and your company to identify you, much more than that seems like you might be a salesman. Now, look, if you're in sales, fine, leave it in. But other than that, just your name, your company, and your phone number is certainly plenty.
Good. 4 recommendations in terms of what to include in there. Now, is that it? Because I think you may be missing something.
Yeah, when to do it, right?
Well, I think we can talk about that, but I think in terms of the email itself, don't you think it'd be wise to have a 5th part of that? Probably it's like 4A, which is ask them to get back with you or ask them for a favor or somehow, make sure that they feel some sense of obligation to getting back to you.
I'm sitting here thinking, no, I'm pretty sure it's 4. I've been telling people it's been 4 for years. And yeah, no, you just don't. You don't attempt to obligate a recruiter with an email unless you are in an active search with them. And you'll know when that's the case.
Yeah, you'll know.
No, it is as if it is a handwritten note. We're not suggesting you handwrite an email. Good luck with that. But no, you don't obligate. You don't ask for feedback or follow up or please call me and let me know how things are going.
Nothing. Okay. Just leave it. Okay.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. I think after a while, I'd probably get tired of people sending me emails once a quarter that obligate me to get back to them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So let's talk about when to do it. When do you do it?
Yeah. This is the easy part. The answer to that is now. Now. I think we may have shared it before on air, the story of Steve Mariucci, the former head coach of your beloved San Francisco 49ers, the American football team. And the guy who, is a very successful guy. And I think he used to coach Cal, actually. And clearly a guy who's bounded by time. The guy does not wear a watch. And when he's asked about that, when he's asked about what the time, he says, you know what time it is? I'll tell you what time it is. Same time it always is. The time is now. Dang it. Do something now rather than worrying about how much time you have or what time it is. So look, send it now. Okay. It's not hard. I'm sure this cast will come out sometime in the first part of the year. It's Career Tools Cast. So yeah, okay, look, we recommend you wear a watch. We're not saying that. But while this cast is fresh in your mind, send out a few emails. Frankly, we don't think you should be sending out too many because we're not recommending you stay in touch with more than 2 or 3 or 4 recruiters. And then, as we mentioned at the start of the cast, what the really sharp professionals do is they send that email every single quarter or maybe every 4 or 5 months, updating the recruiter on what they've done and what their future holds. And if I can, we mentioned about people who are reticent about doing stuff like this. We respect that. We do. And it bums us out that there are people who are reticent, who would be better for the job were they willing to manage their careers or engage in a little bit of this talent market sort of economy that exists. So this is, to some degree, a personal plea from Mike and I and the rest of the Manager Tools team. Even if you haven't done so before now, make 2009 and beyond, whenever you're listening to this cast, make this the year that you really start managing your own career, because I can assure you, no one else is. That's it.
Good. Well, that's simple. 2 parts: what to do and when to do it. And what to do, send an email. 4 parts, not 5, like I was just suggesting. A personal greeting, your recent successes, near-term work goals, kind of what you're going to be working on, and then simply just well-wishing sign off.
There you go.
And then part 2 was do it. When to do it? Do it now.
Now.
And then once a quarter, maybe going forward.
Yep. By the way, now. Now.
All right, my friend.
Thanks, partner.
Take care. All right, everyone, that's it. And next week, as always, we'll have more for you. Hope to see you then. In the meantime, if you haven't checked out the Manager Tools interviewing series available on managertools.com, please do. The Manager Tools interviewing series is only $150, and you'll find 15 casts of the most actionable interviewing material you'll see today. How to prepare for interviewing, how to write a cover letter, how to prepare your resume, what to wear during the interview, the 5 parts of an interview, Horstman's Laws of Interviewing, and the 5 biggest mistakes that candidates make, how to make a good first impression, how to answer the question, tell me about yourself, how to answer behavioral interviewing questions, and examples of behavioral interviewing questions, as well as how to ask questions in an interview, how to close, how to handle the offer, how to handle salary discussions, how to follow up, and a special cast on how to handle phone interviews. You'll find it all in the interviewing series, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. You'll find all the information on the Manager Tools interviewing series at the Manager Tools website, www.managertools.com. All right, folks, we'll see you all again next week. So long.